Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel. So in today's video, we're out at one of our renovation projects. We actually just finished this thing up. We are now listed and live on the market. I actually haven't even been back to see it since we finished up all the repairs and renovations. So I'm super excited to tour you through that today. We're gonna check it out together. And there actually was a little bit of budget creep on this one, unfortunately. We'll get into that in the video and why that took place. And we'll also get into numbers and talk about what we hope to make on this deal. So let's go check it out. So I don't know if you were with me on some of the previous videos, but this property actually sits on 25 acres of land. And along with this big, beautiful custom log home that we're about to walk through, it also has a detached two-car garage right here and a massive shop right over here. So whether you need extra storage, it also has a few horse stalls in the back, anything and everything you want in that shop. Before we head inside, I do want to show you this one thing. So part of our renovation budget, which technically this isn't a renovation, look at this killer view. So this is probably one of my favorite things that we did to the property, and it was to create this view plane here. So this house is actually perched up on a hillside. As you can see, there was trees all along here to where we couldn't see anything out here. And all of our land actually goes down over this bank here. It's not that steep. You can walk down it. You can ride a quad down to the bottom there, or a horse, or whatever have you. But we made the decision to clear out a bunch of these trees here to open up this view plane, let more sunlight in, and just create a better experience to where if you're having, you want to have a table and chairs on your deck here and enjoy the gorgeous view, we'll be able to see some of the view from the inside of the home. So was it a good idea to sacrifice some of these trees and cut them down for a view plane? Or should we have saved the trees, kept it a little bit more closed in with some shade? Let me know what you think in the comments. I like the way it looks, but that's just me. So let me know what you think. Okay, so we're about to head inside. As I mentioned, we previously were hoping to just do a carpet and paint job in this house and a few other things, like I mentioned, opening up the view plane, etc. And our initial repair budget on this thing was $50,000. It did swell a little bit. We're gonna show you exactly why here inside. Wow, this place looks incredible. We're gonna do a full tour today. We're gonna go floor by floor. I think I'm gonna save the kitchen for last because I'm looking at it right now and it looks phenomenal. So we might as well start in the basement because there were some big renovations that took place there. I'm already loving this. I don't know, if you were with me originally, the stairs were like, were an LVP, and there was like a weird bullnose that you almost tripped over when you were walking down the stairs. And now that it's all carpet, I really like the feel of it. Wow. This is awesome. If you guys were with me the first time, do you remember when I came down here, this was all LVP throughout? It was like a darker LVP, and it made this area so just dark and dingy. As you can see, we sprayed everything white. We did a lighter color carpet, and I am shocked at how much brighter it is down here. We actually weren't planning on doing the flooring down here, and honestly, thank God we did because it looks awesome. But there was a bar that was right here in the corner. It was basically a fixture in the home because it was built into the flooring. When the seller moved out and we gained possession of the property, they took the bar with them. And we literally had this gaping hole in our floor here. We had no choice but to redo the floors. Honestly, now that I'm down here, I'm kind of thinking that this may have been a blessing in disguise because of how much better this basement feels and how much brighter, how much warmer it is. All in all, it feels great. So given that this is a country home, as you can see, we decided to keep all of the built-ins here. They were all in great shape. We didn't have to do anything to them, just basically dusted them off and kept them the way they were. Now there is one bathroom in the basement here. Originally, like I said, we were only planning on doing carpet and paint here. But what we did do to the basement bathroom is just put some new flooring in, toilet, and then just faucets, fixtures, as you can see here, just updated to a black faucet and fixtures to go along with all the new door hardware and whatnot. But this bathroom is not some fully renovated bathroom, but it's completely fine for a country style home like this and a log house to boot. So very pleased with the way this basement turned out. I think any buyer is gonna really appreciate this basement. I love a good basement as a secondary hangout area, game room for the kids to play. There is a ton of room for all kinds of activities down here. So This is pretty awesome. Another cool thing about this basement is that it's a daylight basement. I am a huge, huge fan of daylight basements versus a traditional basement where there's, you know, ceiling high windows. I just love being able to come into a basement, walk out to a patio, which again, this is an amazing daylight basement where you could have a whole nother secondary kind of sitting area down here, table and chairs. Maybe you put a hot tub down here, clear out a couple more of these trees if you want to, and you got some amazing views here. So irrigated, as you can see. Not sure why they're going in the middle of the day, but that's okay. Keeping the lawn green. We're gonna head up to the loft next and check out the couple of bedrooms up there as well as the loft area. So the main changes that took place up here was new LVP in this loft area. We got rid of that old dark hardwood that was in here. And then the two bedrooms up here, originally that old LVP was flowing into these bedrooms, again, making it dark, dingy. And I'm a big fan of carpet in the bedrooms for whatever reason. I wanna get out of bed with bare feet and not be on some cold hardwood. So we always put carpet in our bedrooms. I think it gives it a more warm feel than just hardwoods throughout. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you prefer hardwoods in the bedrooms or do you prefer carpet in the bedrooms like we did here? I'm curious on your opinion there. Here's the upstairs bathroom right here. I don't think we did a single thing to this thing other than maybe throw on a new towel bar kit to match the new door hardware. Okay, so I know we already talked about this view and how amazing it is, but getting rid of those trees really made a huge difference. And especially from this loft area up here, I absolutely love it because this is what I'd be using for my office or my at-home workstation, is some sort of desk arrangement up here, which then would allow you to enjoy some amazing views out the back of your house here, which I think someone is going to love that. All right, I think it's time to head downstairs and get to the moment you guys have all been waiting for. This is the main transformation in the home, and that's the kitchen and living area, and I'm super excited to show you because it turned out awesome. Okay, so we're standing at the front doors now. I'm gonna swing you around and show you what this entrance looks like. Ta-da! No, this turned out absolutely awesome. So we'll go through each item here and what we actually did. So this area that we're looking at here is where the main budget creep took place. Originally, we were talking about keeping most of the flooring, especially in this room here. The flooring didn't look terrible, but there were some areas in the high traffic areas that were pretty scuffed up. They were not able to be salvaged. So we actually had to do all new LVP. So as you can see, these floors turned out awesome. I absolutely love them. This is an engineered oak hardwood. And as you can see, we went with a wider plank here, and man, it just turned out phenomenal. The way the color tied into all the other woodwork, like these pillars here that we were up against, and all the other logs in the house, just making sure that that color tied in nice. Last but not least, tying it into the kitchen cabinet color that we chose. Let's talk about this kitchen and why we made the decision that we did. So if you were with me on the original video, the original cabinets actually didn't appear that bad until you got really up close and personal with them. They looked good in photos, they might have even looked good in the camera, but once you got to them and you started opening them up, given the price point that we're trying to hit with this home, we just made the decision that just wasn't gonna fly. So we decided to rip the whole kitchen out and start fresh. And what we decided to go with on this cabinetry is a rustic alder, which looks amazing. Specifically in this house, given all the other woodwork colors. It's not too light, it's not too dark, and it just offsets nice against all the other wood colors, including the floor, as you can see here, and the contrast between the cabinets and, you know, the rest of the logs throughout the house. So I couldn't be happier with the choice. We were originally talking about moving this island. As you can see, it's kind of like triangulated, a little funky. Once we tore everything out, we realized that, well, we can't do that because we'd have to move the plumbing for this sink, and there's a downdraft range right here, so we'd have to mess with some venting as well, which would mean we'd have to tear open the floor or the ceiling in the basement, move some ducting around, and we didn't want to deal with any of that. So we said, hey, we're just gonna put it back together the way it was originally designed. And now that we're here and I'm looking at it, I have nothing but wonderful things to say about this kitchen. Another thing is we typically go with more of a quartz in most of our houses, but given that this is a country style home, we went with a granite. Excuse me for not knowing the name of it. If you have questions on it, hit me in the comments if you want to know the name of this granite. I can look it up for you. The way it all tied in with everything looks absolutely phenomenal. So again, I couldn't be happier about the way this kitchen turned out. Additionally, our stager completely knocked it out of the park. The way everything just ties in with this massive stone fireplace. I'm not gonna lie to you, this place is impressive. One of my favorite places I think we've ever done. And last but not least, we now have this amazing view. I don't know if you can see the sun just beaming in on me. This plane that we opened up is letting in a ton of sunlight, natural light into the house. Now you can be sitting on your couch here, sipping a glass of wine or whatever it is you like to tip back and be looking out at rolling hill views. To recap on where we overran a bit in our budget, the main one being on this floor, which was this big, beautiful kitchen that you see back here. Originally, we were planning on saving the cabinets. We were gonna do a light kitchen upgrade, maybe just do countertops and appliances. But again, after we got in here, opened every drawer and every cabinet, we realized that given the price point, we really could not try to save these cabinets and go cheap on the kitchen. We needed a kitchen that popped. We needed a statement piece. We needed people to walk into this room here and go, wow, this is beautiful. I really think we've accomplished that, even though we've paid the price to do so. Additionally, like I mentioned, we had to do all new flooring throughout. They look 10 times better anyway. You know, with this wide plank, it's much more in style. And then additionally, in the basement, there was that whole snafu with the bar that we weren't anticipating for. So we had to redo all the flooring in the basement, get rid of that old LVP, and put in all new flooring, which we chose a carpet, which again, I do think it was a blessing in disguise because the basement turned out phenomenal. One other place that I forgot to mention so far was just on the exterior paint. We weren't planning on doing exterior paint. The logs themselves didn't need to be painted, but the peaks and the soffits of the home are a cedar shake. By the time we painted the soffits of the house, we then decided to paint the 2-car detached garage, which then again led us to painting the shop and horse barn. All in all, I'm happy with the choices. It's definitely going to help us in getting the target price we were looking to achieve. So originally when we bought this house, we had realtors telling us that we could sell this thing for up to $1.3 million. Now, over the last 30 to 60 days, the market has softened a bit. Instead of trying to list it for max value, we've decided to come in under that, and we've actually got this thing listed at $1.25 million on the market. Again, we're trying to price it at a price that really makes sense. We're in the middle of summer right now. We definitely don't want to be holding this thing into the fall and winter. So we're hoping that we can get this thing sold and off our books quickly. I think it will. We're already getting a lot of activity, a lot of showings. There's nothing like it on the market. So what are the final numbers on this deal? So we bought this house for $800,000. Like I mentioned, we were originally planning to put $50,000 into it. That budget had swelled quite a bit due to all the things that I had just previously mentioned. Our all-in budget at this point ended up being $80,000. So we're all into this thing at $880,000. And like I just mentioned, we have it listed at $1.25 million. So again, listed, not sold. If it sells for $1.25, we'll obviously make an amazing profit on this deal. Only time will tell. I'll be updating the channel over the next couple weeks with where our final numbers do come in at, where our offers come in at, and all that, so that you can know how much we do end up, hopefully, profiting on this deal. So guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Hit me with a comment if you do have questions about any of the finishes that we chose, or if you have a comment about the property itself, or whatever the case may be. Hit me up in the comments. I love to respond to those. And hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I'll be updating the channel with the final numbers for this property. And then that way, you can be notified of our next flip house that we're getting ready to start renovating, and you can follow along with the process from A to Z. So subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, see ya.